Okay, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Maybe it's not gonna work. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, maybe no one will ever come on here tonight. I don't know. It looks like this is working off and on. I don't know what's going on. I just had work. I just had my channel where I had some issues, of course. Any day that ends in Y, right? But anyway, put this over here and here. Can you hear me? Anybody there? Hello, hello. If you're there, let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? But anyway, I don't know if anybody will come on. We were on earlier, and I told you if I wasn't doing anything, I would um, do this again. So some people, I'm changing from my phone to my computer. Sometimes the sound isn't the best. I don't know. I'm going to turn the go live on my phone to see if I can hear it as well. Because my go live, I looks like it's working. Sometimes you got to talk really loud, 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 loud. Anyway, if you can hear me, cool. I don't know how long I'll be on. It is 8 minutes to 9 out here. What time is it where you are? My phone is now at 33%, so a third, it looks like, just about. It was given issues. You may hear the fan. It's hot here in California. And if you chance you can hear the phone, the fan, the cats might come in to share some attention. They are currently playing in the kitchen. Why? I don't know. They like to, I guess. But if nobody comes on here, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, I'll go and log off. I do have the long one we just did. If you want to look at that, you can still view that, and I can read some of those comments. I tell people on there if you want me to join your channel or anything, or not necessarily join your channel, but subscribe. I will, most likely. I look at it first. So if you're a kook, then maybe not. So if you're not a kook, I probably will. I got to push the minimum, or should push it back because if the turns your angle this way, the cat will go behind it, and she's already broke the screen once. And it's one strike, she's out. Don't be breaking the channel. The channel, the screen. I mean, I'll try to log on here. But nobody is on, which is fine. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can hear it on here. Um, if I do the opposite, I can usually see or hear things on there. But I don't know. Let me get rid of this. I'm not sure if this is still going. No one's here yet, so I'm kind of tired anyhow. So maybe I'll log off and not right now at 8 o'clock, but or 9 o'clock, but shortly thereafter. Okay, looks like it is on now on both places. Let me hear. Can I hear it? Can I hear that? I may not be able to hear. I don't know. Can I hear it? Ugh. Can I hear it? Can I hear it? Can I hear this? Can I hear it? Doesn't look like I can. Oh well, no big deal. Hello, 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 hello.
Fingerprinting can be.
Oh, okay, now I can hear it.
Hello, 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 hello.
I can hear it. That looks like I'm the only one on, so I'm talking to myself. I got my big computer here, my phone here.
Oh, okay, now I can hear it. Hello, 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 hello. I can hear it. That looks like I'm the only one on, so I'm talking to myself. I got my big computer here, my phone here. Oh, okay, now I can hear it. Hello, 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 hello. I can hear it. That looks like I'm the only one on, so I'm talking to myself.
Okay, somebody's there. Can you hear me? Are you there? I don't know. It looks like two people are there, but that could be me here and me on my phone. So I don't know. Me and my shadow. I'm not sure. Okay, somebody's there. Can you hear me? Are you there? I don't know. It looks like two people are there, but that could be me here and me on my phone. So I don't know. Me and my shadow. I'm not sure. Okay, somebody's there. Can you hear me? Okay, so I don't know if anyone can hear me. I don't know if anybody's there. So what I don't know, it's a lot. So anyway, I'll probably stay on here to, I don't know, a little while. I'm not sure. But if you are there, you have a question or you want to chime in about any of the subjects I've listed on there, it could be other things too. That's why I think I put etc. We were on chat earlier or live earlier, but some people started getting a little too, I don't want to say too gay, but they're writing a bunch of really gay stuff on there, so I keep blocking people. Like I kind of got old, but I was on for over 2 hours. That's my longest go live ever because of the subject matter. I am a weapons expert, a weapons trainer, a weapons instructor. So it's my group. How to do it? I don't know. If I do this, no, it's this. Who knows? I know I got it on my sensor. There's a recall on the sensor, so be careful if you do use them. But we were talking about guns. So we started out talking about because it was just right after that shooting had occurred, or right after we were notified there was a shooting. And people ask me to go live sometimes so they can ask a question. So I was doing that. Yeah. So we were doing that earlier. But then some people kept, chiming in about other stuff. And someone did ask about acting. That's the things I know are guns, restaurant management, bartending, acting, pets, classic cars. Those are kind of the things I know. Then just general stuff, general knowledge, general life, current events. Maybe I know something about that. I don't know. But anyway, I don't know anybody's here. In about 2 minutes, I'm going to get up and go do something, come right back. So if you are there, I'll say hello again. But right now, I don't know. Nobody's there. It's weird. Sometimes you'll get lots and lots of people on there, and sometimes none. And it'll be a weird time. Like, what do I do? I started one like around midnight. I was working on some stuff, and then I said, "Why?" Someone said, "You never go live anymore." So I'm up live right now. And I was using my big computer to edit something on my channel, and I used my phone next to me, and I was going live while doing that. So I told them, "Well, if you have any questions, I may take me a minute to get to you because I'm trying to edit this and get it ready." But right now, I'm all squared away. I do have a video coming out on Monday. We had one coming out today. We had one that did come out today. Coming out, and it is out on saving the post office, and we have one about Epstein's Island on Monday, and I already have one of my 2 videos I'll have coming out on Tuesday, and that is a video about one is a taste test, and one is going to be a video about a cooking thing probably on Tuesday. So that's what I have coming out so far. The Epstein Island one, I wasn't going to do anything about that. Everybody's talking about Epstein's Island or the files, the photos, or everything. But I was just thinking, some of these photos are very fake. So do you know that? Do you know that there was no NYPD officer that arrested ICE agents in New York? You knew that, right? You knew that was fake. That was AI. Someone told me about that. Oh my God, you're not gonna believe this. I'm thinking to myself, I'm probably not gonna believe it. But go ahead. Yeah, today in New York, some ICE agents were arrested by NYPD Blue, NYPD, And I said, nope, I don't believe it because it's not true. I didn't even have to see the video. I just knew it wasn't true. Then I saw the video. Go, who's going to fall for that? What would have happened, sadly, is if the guy did try to lay hands and do that with the ICE agents, he would have been shot and killed. Maybe tased if he's lucky, but I don't think so. Probably just shot and killed. And so we don't know that happened. You ever play at the casino? They started sending me these again. I don't know why. Oh, I did do a filming at a casino, so that could be why I'm getting these now. This is for local casinos. Palms, I don't know where that is. The one that I know where it is Yamava. Yeah, Yamava Casino. Do you ever go to casinos? You maybe play some blackjack or some poker or some slots or some dice. I don't know. No, in today's kind of a somber day, we did have a shooting. And also, while we were talking about the shooting, and everybody's talking about how horrible that was, that the gun was the cause. Some people said the gun was the cause. Right then, I told them it doesn't have to be a gun. It could be a knife. It could be an automobile smashed in something. It could be a poisoning. People kill other people. And then right then, we get notification that I believe it was an unhoused person in Pennsylvania. He took a machete and he killed 2 ladies and a dog. So, speaking of timing, right? That's pretty tragic. And I'll be right back. I don't know if you guys hear. I'm probably going to log off here in a minute. Everybody get quiet outside. Hello. Let me try at 10. I took out the grass and got in the I'll talk later. This go live is kind of like a tree falling in the forest. If you do it live and nobody's there, is it alive? We can be live or dead. Dead or alive. We're not setting the world on fire with our stuff. But yeah, if nobody comes on by 9:20, let's say 17 minutes, if someone comes on and says something, maybe I'll stay. If you're there and you want to say something, if you want to ask a question, if you want to do anything like that, let me know. It is getting later now because it's 9 o'clock. The one I started probably around 6:30. So it's now 9, so it's 2.5 hours later. I just told you I may come back on, and I know if somebody is wanting to ask a question while it's fresh in their minds, I would come back on. But it's definitely not a requirement that anybody comes on. What I'll probably do is log off and then maybe watch a little TV and then maybe go to bed. I'm kind of tired. I've been sick. Got a stuffed up nose. I've been sick for a while, and I need to shave this off because I was working on a project where I had to have facial hair and they control the facial hair for you. And that ended on Wednesday. And today is Saturday, so it's 3 more days of growth after they ended the requirement of facial hair. We usually just show up at the time that they show up and they trim it and they get all ready to go for that day of filming. And then the next day, they look at they go to the video village, they call it, and it's usually like a tent, and they watch and they check, and they have a little thing that isolates the area. It'll isolate your head, and they'll kind of go through there and see if they need to do any modifications, which they usually do about every 2 days. They gotta trim it up a little bit. Like this would be I don't know whatever number this would be, maybe it's a 2, and they want you to be a 1. They'll set the clippers for 1, and it's going to go over the whole thing, so it leaves some on there to be a 1 again. Especially if you're off on days off. If you film Monday through Thursday and you're off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, by the time you come back next Monday, they say don't touch it, just don't touch it. We don't want you to do anything with it. Then you come back the next Monday, you might be a 3, and they got to cut it down to a 1. Depends how fast your hair grows, your facial hair grows. So we run earlier, and some people kind of they try to run it for us. They're talking about gay stuff, and then some lady who was very anti-gun and was making up stuff that just wasn't true. That's what. It's sometimes important to go on and talk about some of this if some of this happens, and sadly it does. but you're going to get a lot of misinformation, and that's why we did it. And I put acting on there because people started asking about acting while we're doing that. So if you have a question about acting and I can answer it, let me know. If you say, can you get me booked on a big major motion picture where I make $1 million? I cannot. I don't know how to do that. I haven't done it for myself. But yeah, right now it's 9:00 and I feel like drinking coffee, but I'm not going to because I feel like eating candy too. And I feel like doing this, I feel like doing that. When you have diabetes and things you cannot do or shouldn't do or can only do once in a while, I don't know. Do you have a medical, obstacle that causes you to have a dietary, special diet? Maybe you do. I don't know. But anyway, okay, 14 more minutes, then I'm going to be done. You can't just stay on, go live all the time. Some people do leave their thing on a lot, I was watching one and the guy was, he was standing away from the camera getting his clothes and he reached back and he gave his old butt crack. I scratch. And it's kind of gross. So I chimed in through text. I got to do the other. So I told him, do you know that you're being filmed right now on your Go Live? And then he gave me I know who he is. He writes, oh my God, did I scratch my ass? And I said, yep. Do you think it was on? Yep. There was 4 of us on. I don't think there's only like 2 or 3 people on. That's the only people that see it. But if you have a pretty big following and your channel, your Go Lives are put onto your channel, which usually they are, it's a public one. Other people can watch it months later. One lady was writing me about something, asked if I got the role, and I said, what role is she talking about? She was responding to a Go Live I did 2.5 years ago. And to tell you the truth, I can't remember if I got that role. I don't remember what role it was, so hopefully I got it, And hopefully I got it. It paid well. I loved it. The food was good. People were nice. Maybe I got to work with a dog. Go, doggy. You never know. But I really don't remember who it was. But yeah, somebody's popped on a few times. And other times, no. So right now there's one person watching, which I think is my phone, is watching this video. I was checking the sound and it's still going. But I do not know. But yeah, so yeah, we'll give it another 12 minutes now. So 12 more minutes. I'm not wanting to end. If you want to talk, let's talk. If you don't want to talk, no, go away. A friend of mine is going to be on a game show. Funny you should ask. Did you ask? That was the name of the game show. And they need me to type up some, interesting tidbits or stories that were added. I don't get paid for it, but if it gives her a better chance of doing well on there, I'll gladly do that for her. So I don't know what channel that's on. Funny you should ask. I did see it once or twice. I think it was in the pilot stage. I was in the hospital for 9 days, and there was a game show channel that I found. They kept showing Lindsay Lohan's at Freaky Friday or whatever, and then all kinds of soaps. So I was watching things like that museum one, when things are happening at the museum. What's it called? And they'll say this item is 2 inches long, and that one, Mysteries of the Museum, whatever. I was watching that. I was watching this Expedition Unknown. I tried to find old TV like the Beverly Hillbillies, but I had no guide, and it really had, I think, 5 or 6 channels. One was just the chapel, and it just shows the altar with like a thing of flowers on this side, a thing of flowers on that side, the Bible opened, and that's all. That was all that was ever on there. I was there on a Sunday, so I did watch church on there. But Monday Night Football, I was only there for 9 days, so I got to watch Monday Night Football. I watched a little Saturday college ball, I think, and it was about this time of year, and they were talking about the upcoming basketball. It was going to happen in the basketball season. It was new, and the Dodgers were going to do good this year. They'd be talking about the championship, and can they three-peat? Has it ever been done? Has there ever been 3 teams that won the World Series in a row? I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Yeah, so 10 more minutes, guys. 10 more minutes. This is also a test to see if this is working. I had to call HP. I don't know if you have an HP computer, but if you do, you can pay to join a thing called Smart Friends. They help you when things don't work. And I had some auditions that I can shoot on my phone outside, and other ones they want you to only do it like a Zoom kind of a thing where the producer can talk to you, or the director or an assistant director, assistant producer, someone can talk to you about it that way. But yes, I think I'll do that. I will stay on here those 10 minutes. If nobody comes on, then I will do that for the funny you should ask, and maybe pay a bill. I don't write checks. Everything's done on the computer. I have a checking account, but I don't have any checks. So if I ever need to actually send somebody a physical paper check, I have to go and get a money order. But it's happened maybe twice a year since I converted to that new account. People think you don't have a checking account? No, I do. I just don't have checks for my checking account. A no checking account? Yeah, the kitties were coming in, but then they changed their mind because they're kittens. Ugh. If you look at my channel tonight, I put some new kitten videos on there I just shot, and they got some good response. They're very cute. One looks kind of like a muted tiger, and her name is Caroline, and one looks like a Black Panther, and he's Jade. They really just look like each other. I mean, Jade looks like Jade, and Caroline looks like Caroline. Okay, 9 minutes. Come on, somebody. Come on. I know you can do it. Are you there? Hello? It makes you feel like unimportant if nobody comes on. But I've had somewhere I've had 47 people on at a time. And this is unannounced. So if I announce like next Wednesday at 8 o'clock, every Wednesday at 8 o'clock, I might have a channel. I'll have a podcast that go live. Maybe people would know to look for it. People would know to look for my videos. They know that, like today was a video came out that was Friday for Saturday. Then I do a Sunday for Monday. One video comes out on Monday. This is how it goes. So Friday for Saturday, one video comes out on Saturday. Sunday for Monday, one video comes out. Monday for Tuesday, two videos come out. One's a taste test and one is something else. Then Wednesday for Thursday is another one. So I put out a total of 5 videos, long form videos a week. So people kind of got used to that. What I hope to do is by January 1st, maybe shoot a fewer shorts so I can keep up with them. Put the description and the title. A lot of others put them out there, see if anyone wants to watch them. Hey, somebody came on. Can you hear me? And if you're here, we're trying to not log off by 9:20, but if nobody comes on, we are going to. It's 9:13 now. We got 7 more minutes to see. Is it going to be that or that? I don't know. I was going to watch Columbo, but some of the Columbos I've seen so many times I don't watch them. Sometimes I forget I saw them. That season, they had a long run on it. Hogan's Hero, same thing. If it's just too impossible, I don't watch it. I know that the whole thing is impossible, but if it's just like so impossible, then I don't watch it. But anyway, if you're there, whoever you are, hello. I don't know if I know you. Do I know you? Do you know me? On my channel, David lost 108 pounds. Not necessarily a weight loss channel. Tonight, we're second go live of the night. We're talking about mass shootings, guns, acting, or anything you want to talk about. If you're there, are you there? Sometimes people will click on, they don't say anything. They sit there for a minute, they leave. Somebody think, oh, this is boring. This guy's boring out there. So if I'm boring, I'm sorry. Sometimes it's good to be boring when it comes to things like guns and violence. It's good to be boring, meaning there's not much going on in that arena, but recently it seems like it always is. So we were talking about acting earlier, so I was talking about behind the scenes. What do I do? How do I get acting roles? We talked about that. So a lot of stuff would be a repeat of what we said before. So it might be something where you've already been on and heard things about it. Talked about some people were in the military, some of their families were in the military, their fathers or whatever. We got talked about that. That was interesting. I was interested in what they were saying, or typing, I guess. But whoever's there, I don't think you want to say anything. If you want to say something, or right back at you. I don't know. Can I type and talk? And when I first started this, I thought that people could talk to me, but that's probably what happened. They don't want people to do that because they talk over each other, or they get angry with each other, or who knows? Yeah, like I said, the other one, some guy was threatening me on YouTube. I'll kick your, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'll do that. So I captured his name. This guy sounds really weird. So I found him on Facebook. I wrote back, "Oh, hey, I'm David from YouTube. You said you want to meet me. I'll be at your house. Probably at your house about an hour, so you'll be home." Oh, I'm sorry. I was just talking. Like a lot of keyboard cowards, keyboard warriors. So be careful, because someone might actually come to your house and be sitting outside waiting for you. Not me. I wasn't going to go there. I was bluffing him, but I did know where he lived. I told him, "Oh, you live right here." I showed him photos of his house and from Google Earth and all that. And then one of them was him. I blurted out because it was him loading his daughter in a car. It looked like to go to school. He said something about going to school, so I put all that out. But I let him know, "Hey, I know where you are. Yeah. So don't say you're going to come to my house and do this to me. If I know where you are and I'm not going to go to your house, let's keep it that way." But keyboard cowards is a lot of them. A lot of you don't necessarily have to live in your mom's basement, but a lot of you are keyboard cowards. Maybe you get that too. I don't really care about it. It's when I keep interrupting I go live to tell me this stuff. I just one guy, I'd block him. He'd change his name and then come back on and do that. Like he's so talented that he can do that. Some people have like 3 or 4 Google products, like 3 Gmails and a YouTube channel. So there's 4 different ways they can get on, and they do that. And then if I report one for something and I lose that one, they'll open a new YouTube channel or Google account where they can come back on and bother us. So right now we got 4 minutes. I don't think anybody's gonna say anything, and that's fine. I've been on now. I've been on for 26 minutes, so that's good. If I just made up the time, I just about 9:20, so it'll be a little over a half an hour of time. So we're at 3 minutes now, but doesn't look like anybody wants to say anything, and that's fine. If you want to see any of my other videos, go on there. Go on the channel, back further into the channel. You'll see everything from weight loss videos to classic cars to gun talk to cats and dogs, deer, wild deer. The other person just left, so I'm gonna log off now. Okay, bye-bye, everyone. Goodbye, anyone.